Welcome back, Norfolk Enjoyers. I'm Steph.
And I'm Andrew.
And you're listening to the Norfolk and Good podcast. So last week we talked about summer drinking, didn't we? Yeah. In fact, what we've done in the whole of this season 2 of the Norfolk and Good podcast, we've talked about what we think are sort of the components for a fabulous Norfolk summer, haven't we?
Yeah. I think we've nearly covered it all.
We've covered a lot of ground. Certainly, I think there's a few ideas for you. If you follow some of the ideas that we've suggested, then you should be in for a very good Norfolk summer.
Definitely.
I think, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
This week, it occurred to us that if you want to enjoy Norfolk, but you don't live in Norfolk, then you might want to come for more than just a day, which means you've got to stay somewhere. So we thought we would have a little chat this episode about accommodation in Norfolk.
Definitely. And well introduced. Well introduced.
Thank you.
But even if you live in Norfolk, you could stay away, couldn't you?
Absolutely. Well, I was just going to say that. It's quite funny because we were talking about this, weren't we? And we were saying that normally when we stay away, we're going somewhere else. Yeah. Because we live in Norfolk. So we are lucky enough to be able to go out for the day and then come back and sleep in our own beds.
Lovely.
But there's still nothing quite like sleeping in a bed that someone else has laundered and made, where someone else will cook you breakfast. And generally, if you look for, and it offers you a different experience to your own home, basically. So it might be that you want to sleep under the stars, under canvas and camp. Or you might go somewhere luxurious, like a boutique hotel, where you'd hope that the hotel rooms were better than your own bedroom. Otherwise, what are you doing going away? But you're weighted on, and someone else is doing all the heavy lifting, and it's just a bit of a treat, isn't it? So going away is really lovely. So we have gone away, and also we actually staycation quite a lot in Norfolk because it is just so fabulous. We don't just say that we enjoy Norfolk; we really do.
We do. We get out there and we stay places.
We're really geeky about it. So we were sort of thinking about places we've stayed. Where have we stayed? Where have we enjoyed staying in Norfolk, Andy?
Well, definitely one of them is Deers Glade.
Oh yes, Deers
Glade. Up on the road up towards Cromer.
Is it Roughton?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just before there.
Yes. Yeah.
There is a lovely campsite there.
I think it's quite highly regarded, and it's got lots of stars and awards or something like that, hasn't it? It is a good campsite.
Very, very good indeed. We've stayed in two bits there, haven't we? The first time we went, I think it was like October time, wasn't it?
Yes, we're in October half term, I think. Yeah.
And we stayed in their megapod.
Yes, they've got these fabulous. Well, we should just explain. So they've got these fabulous pods, which are sort of. They're kind of like wooden little dwellings, aren't they? It's a bit like. Sleep they're not like sleeping in a sauna. They're kind of sauna-esque, and they have a proper bed, and they have electricity, and they have a little like a kettle and a telly and a little table, so they're compact and bijou
and a toilet, I think, and all of that. I think there's
does it have a toilet in the pods?
So, I
think it does in the megapods actually. Yes, they have a little toilet inside, so that you can just about get there. Perfect for two. We went with a family of 4, and we found it was, and 4 is fine. The sort of sofa turns into a double bed, which is where the kids slept. I think actually our youngest was in a travel cot at the first time we went, and we slept in the double bed at the back. And it's kind of back to nature in a sort of semi-glamping way, isn't it? But you're very protected from the elements. And
it was very warm.
That's what I was going to say. Well, I said about it being a sauna, and I didn't mean it sort of in a derogatory way. They were really warm, weren't they? This was October, and it wasn't a warm October. Sometimes there's a sort of late summer sun, but we've got photos of us outside in our winter coats. Do you remember? Yeah. So. But you can sleep in the pods, and at night you can sit outside and you can have there's a chimney, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. I think there's a cooking area as well. And obviously a bench.
And it's really lovely, isn't it? It's sort of separate. Where the pods are at Deers Glade campsite, it's separate from the other tents and caravans down this kind of little gravelly path near a stream. It's all very Dingley Dell and woodland-esque. It's really lovely, isn't it?
Nice, yeah.
And you also get access to a shared shower facility,
and toilet block,
which is heated as well. So the shower block's heated, really super clean, really lovely, right literally on your pod doorstep. Your pod step.
Yeah, your pod.
And they're all called really nice names, the names of trees and stuff like oak and things like that, aren't they? I think, and ash. I can't remember, but
they are.
They're really nice. I think we've stayed in them a couple of times actually.
So I think we stayed in the megapods twice. They also have some other pods which are more basic,
like standard pods.
just
yeah,
a pod, and you sleep. It's more like camping, but in a
protected sort of
yeah.
a wooden structure.
Yeah.
So the megapods have got slightly more. I think they're slightly bigger and they've got slightly more facilities inside. The pods are, like you say, a bit more basic, but still. If it chucks it down, you're not going to get soaked.
No.
And if there's a massive wind or hurricane, your tent's not going to blow over, or the tent you're staying in. So probably, I think, looking at it, we thought that the pods are more suitable if you're a couple, or perhaps a couple and a baby. And if you've got certainly younger children, or there's more of you, you'll want the megapods because there's just more going on in there, isn't there?
Definitely. And I remember you turned up, you parked, didn't you? And then you got a little truck thing, a long truck to take all your stuff to the pod. Yeah. All your stuff down to the pod.
We should go again, I think, actually.
Definitely,
they're fabulous. I really actually highly recommend Deers Glade and their megapods.
Yeah, and we stayed in a
shepherd's hut there.
Shepherd's hut there as well.
Yes,
I think they had the one there. I don't know if they've got any more at the moment, but we stayed in one of the shepherd's
That was nice. Well, that was also
good.
October, I think.
Yeah, we tend to
go in half term. Yeah, and that was really nice. Again, it slept 4 of us. There was a double bed, and then there's like pull-out bunk beddy things.
Yes.
And I think with 2 small children, you're probably okay. But if your kids were bigger, it probably wouldn't be enough room in there. So it's probably ideal for couples or a small family.
Yeah.
But again, it was really, really nice. And it's just novel, isn't it? Staying in a different sort of,
Yeah. And the campsite is fabulous for families, isn't it?
Deers Glade, yes. Yeah.
It is, it's all kind of like enclosed by woodland and
very safe, very friendly.
Very safe. There's a children's play area. Yeah, it's really nice, isn't it? And one thing I do remember is I got up really in the middle of the night because I think I had to take one of the kids to the toilet. But the stars. It was a clear night, and it was unbelievable. The stars you could see.
Yeah, which was one of the bonuses of camping in Norfolk. Basically, it's big. You really do see those amazing skies without the light pollution of massive sort of cities nearby. So
beautiful.
And also just nearby is a Rowton fish and chip shop, which we mentioned in a previous episode, which does rather good fish and chips. So
it does.
Bonus. We've also glamped. So the pods are sort of glamping because you're not pitching a tent or anything like that. We've also glamped at the Grove in Cromer, haven't we?
Yes.
That was nice. They were sort of bell tents.
They were bell tents. They're different now, aren't they?
They are. I think they're yurts now.
Yeah.
When we went when they very first started offering glamping for a couple of nights. It was lovely because the location is brilliant.
Yeah.
You can walk down through the woodland to Cromer Beach, and it's just really nice. But I think we went on an evening walk into Cromer and back, and it was just wonderful. And they've got a heated swimming pool on site as well, so you can take advantage of that if you were staying there. You certainly could when we went. One thing, unfortunately, about our stay was that we were treated to some rather choice British weather, despite it being July, and it really chucked it down. We still enjoyed ourselves,
very much so. Yeah.
But that holiday, when I remember it, it just reminds me of everything got wet. It was the kind of rain that went sideways.
Yeah.
So even under the there was like a sort of marquee dining area. So you've got your tent, and then beside it is a bench and dining bench and like place to cook and that sort of thing, and that's covered by a sort of semi-permanent roof or whatever, which should be enough really in the summer to protect you, but not this. It really was. It was really invested quite heavily in the rain.
We made the most of it, and there's a nice picture of us on Cromer Pier
in all our cagoons. We went and hit up the arcade, didn't we?
Yeah, we still had ice cream as well,
of course.
But I also like it there because the way they've positioned all of the separate yurts now.
Yes, yeah.
And they tend to have a central fire, don't they?
Yes,
where everybody can sort of gather and
it's quite intimate. There's only about, I don't know, there's about 6 or 8 or something like that, isn't there? There aren't loads and loads and loads. So it's not a massive campsite. And obviously, I suppose if you really wanted to treat yourself, you could eat in the Grove restaurant or in their new Sundown restaurant.
In the Sundown,
which we're actually looking forward to trying very soon.
We are.
We are fans of glamping, and we've mentioned it lots in the past. I think excellent value holidays for families. But we don't always stay in tents. We have actually stayed in some proper bona fide bricks and mortar buildings before, haven't we?
We have.
In Norfolk. Most recently, we stayed in Harleston in South Norfolk at a fabulous place.
Yeah.
We didn't take the kids. We went to, and it was the old post office.
The old post office,
yes.
Yes,
amazing. It really, I think you've got to describe as boutique.
Yes.
It's a boutique guest house, but to be honest with you, it's not. It's boutique and unique because it's not your bog standard kind of guest house by any means. The whole way, it's the owner Claire, who's done a fabulous job inside of renovating this magnificent old building, which has a wealth of local history attached to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, we say post office, but it was bank, wasn't it?
Originally, it was built with Gurney's Bank. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And actually, a lot of the features that are used therein, one of the bedrooms was the one that we stayed in, actually, was the old bank manager's office. Yeah. The vault is now a spa that Claire's developed, which is quite amazing. A hammam spa, and it's just you have to stay to see it really, because everything about it is incredible and unique and personalised, and it's a really lovely experience as a treat, a sort of a couple's getaway or a romantic stay away, or a sort of stay away with friends. She does definitely a lot sort of girls weekends and that kind of thing, mainly because of the lure of the spa and other things that she puts on there.
And that room with the bunk beds.
Yes,
the adult bunk beds.
Yes, it sleeps 4 king size bunk beds, which are fabulous. Yeah. The rooms, there's 3 guest rooms. They're all individually styled to a really high quality, like really superior quality. There's art and antiques everywhere. Yeah. You can have food provided for you. They'll arrange sort of tours of a vineyard and just all sorts of amazing things. It's a really cocktails on our doorstep.
So you could have the people who came in to do the cocktails.
Yes, and also belly dancing. That you can have the lady comes in to teach belly dancing.
Very good.
It's really it was a fabulous experience. It's really relaxing, and the fact that you can go there and have the spa experience. Then afterwards, they've got in-house masseurs as well, therapists, and we got back massages, and it's just really highly recommended. So as a sort of special experience, that's the old post office in Harleston is definitely up there.
Got to check it out, basically. Got to check it out, and highly recommend going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've stayed in some other sort of hotel situations in Norfolk, haven't we? What other hotels have we stayed in?
Yeah, we have stayed at the White Horse in Brancaster.
Oh, yes, at Brancaster.
We stayed there. Yeah, we stayed in 2 bits.
We've stayed there twice. Yes. We stayed in one of the garden rooms.
Yes, which are lovely, aren't they?
I really like those.
Yeah, I do as well. Because you can, just gain access and you can look out.
Really nice views. They're sort of just a bit separate as well. So again, it's not got that standard hotel feel to it. It's almost like a sort of separate entity. It's got its own,
like the self catering kind of thing.
Yeah. It's not, but it's kind of it has that kind of vibe about it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So the garden rooms are those sort of. If you go down to the White Horse and head down the car park, then there's some rooms that are covered in. They're like flint walled with a sort of sebum roof, aren't they? I think, or something like that. And they're those, and there's several there, and they're on the ground floor. So. Presumably that might mean they're accessible. I don't know. You'd have to check.
I think so, yeah.
So we stayed in those, and that was fun. We stayed there with the kids, and fabulous. And we ate in the White Horse bar, and we went for walks. I think did we eat at the Jollies one night as well?
Yeah.
Which is just across the road, the Jolly Sailors.
It's just a good place to stay and explore.
Yes.
The Norfolk
amazing
Coast,
location. It's right there on the Norfolk Coastal Path. Isn't it? And also you've got brilliant food and drink on your doorstep with the White Horse, and also the Jolly Sailors just across the road, plus oodles of other stuff. And you're there for Brancaster Beach as well, which is a fabulous beach. So loads to do, really great location. And we stayed inside as well once, didn't we? In the actual
the front of the building, I think.
Yeah, which was really lovely. I mean, the rooms are really nicely, stylishly decorated, aren't they?
Lovely coffee machines, I remember. Which is always important for me.
They had very fancy coffee machines, I think.
Fancy, yes. Yeah, lovely.
Not just a kettle and some cups.
Yes.
Proper like those pods.
Yeah. It was
and also they have amazing toiletries, I remember as well. Well. They did have aromatherapy associates, I think. I don't know if they still do.
Oh, yes.
It's those little details.
Yeah.
That's what I think makes staying away from home, even if you're only going an hour up the road.
Yeah.
Because, you're just treat those little treats, those little extras, those little luxuries that just break the kind of norm. I think they are, and you can come back from just 2 nights away somewhere up on the coast. Like us, if you live in Norwich, just a couple of nights away up on the coast can be so restorative and revitalising that you can kind of, your emotional and mental well-being can effectively dine out on that experience for weeks afterwards, can't it?
Yeah. look into the near future.
Mm.
I hope. Where else would you like to stay?
Where would I like to stay?
Yeah.
Ooh, well, I have my eye on the new shepherd's huts at Titchwell Manor.
Ah, yes.
So Titchwell Manor, up on the coast road as well at Titchwell. Fabulous hotel anyway. It's got some like beautiful rooms, and they've recently introduced some shepherd's huts.
I know.
Which are absolutely fabulous. They're built bespokely from the English Shepherd Hut Company, and they've got heated outdoor decking,
Really?
king-size beds. Yeah, king-size beds. En suite. They also have secluded sunken hot tubs.
Really?
Yeah. Underfloor heating, wood-burning stove, Bluetooth speakers. I know, they look amazing.
What are you waiting for? Get booking, Steph. Get booking.
Babysitter.
That's
what I'm waiting for.
We can't take the kids there.
They are actually available to book from August 1st. That's how new they are. No one stayed in them. I know. Wow. Why weren't we the first, Andrew? Come on, get your finger out. This is terrible. So, they look absolutely fabulous. They do look like they're probably largely for couples. What a shame. Yeah. So if we can arrange for someone to look after our children, we will go and give those a go.
Yeah, definitely. They sound absolutely.
They look amazing. If you have a look at the Titchwell Manor website, there's pictures.
And all year round, obviously. All year round.
Yes,
Perfect.
Yeah, so they've got two huts, Samphire, and Sea Lavender. How nice is that? And actually, I think as I remember, they were named after a social media poll. I think they invited their social media audience to nominate names, and that's how they were named.
I quite fancy the Sea Lavender. Actually.
Yeah, we've got to do that, Andrew. They look amazing. Oh, yes, they say perfect for couples, and you can also bring a furry friend if you have a dog. That's not just a furry friend like, I don't know, that Wookiee out of Star Wars. Couples and their furry friend. I think they mean a dog.
Right. Yeah, they are big dog friendly at the Titchwell Manor, aren't they?
Yes, which is rather fabulous because the Norfolk coast is a lovely place. Lots of places for you to walk your dogs and that sort of thing.
Well, let's book it.
We shall. We are. We're not going to break with tradition because we are actually going to glamp again up on the North Norfolk coast very soon, aren't we?
We are.
We are going to give a relatively new local business, the Little Beach Bell Company, a try and experience what they have to offer.
Yep.
But we thought it would be better to hear about it from them themselves. So we are going to talk to the company founder and owner, Matt.
Fabulous.
We're speaking today to Matt from the Little Beach Bell Company. Hello, Matt.
Hello there, everyone.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you very much. Really busy, which is good.
Excellent. Now, do you want to, it's probably better if you introduce yourself to our listeners. Do you want to tell them a bit about who you are and what your company does?
Yeah, so we're with the Little Beach Bell Company, and basically we hire out bell tents, and the idea is that we hire them out to anywhere really that there's space for them, I guess is the best way to put it. Campsites, gardens, we also do small weddings as well. So it's basically, we do all the hard work, we put the tent up for you, kids get out with stuff that you need, so you don't have to bring loads of stuff with you. And then when you've finished with it, whenever that might be, we then take it down, which is, really nice and sort of hassle-free.
Brilliant.
Sounds like bliss.
certainly sounds appealing to me, yeah. And you're comparatively, would I be right in saying it's a comparatively new business? Did you start, how long have you been going?
Really this year we started, but a couple of years ago, myself and my wife had the idea, we were both working full-time, and we had the idea that we'd like to sort of give a sort of a go to this business, I suppose, sort of a bit on the side, I guess, and see how it went. So we sort of started in 2019, but very small, very sort of low key, low level. Obviously, last year when the pandemic hit, we weren't able to sort of develop that further, and also personal circumstances changed. My wife sadly passed away last year, so that was difficult. But we've made the promise to sort of continue with this sort of dream, really, which is which is what we've done.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And this year, you say you're very busy, and obviously there seems to have been a big leaning towards staycations and holidaying in this country. Have you seen the business really take off this season?
Yeah, I doubt it's sort of gone way beyond what I expected. I think I didn't really know what to expect, if I'm honest, at the start of the year. There didn't seem to be a lot of other companies in Norfolk doing that. I mean, there's a few, but not loads. So that was good to start with. But yeah, I just been blown away by how much demand we've had, both from people interested in having tents in their gardens, but also campsites. And we've got a really good close link now with Manor Farm Campsite in Cromer. I approached the owners of the campsite. We've always gone there as a family. It's been our favourite campsite in Norfolk, probably. And I approached the owners, I can't remember what it was now, last summer I think it was, and just sort of asked them if they'd be happy for me to, first of all, just pitch tents on their site, and they were really happy. And I thought, well, I'd ask them if they'd be willing to let me have sort of like almost like a residency, I guess, for a month. And they were really welcoming and said that'd be great. So yeah, we've got 3 tents on site throughout August, starting on Sunday.
Wow.
And yeah, they're all fully booked, which has been amazing.
Oh,
so all 3 tents are booked right throughout August. So
Wow.
yeah, that's been a real success.
And it's quite a, because it's the first time I ever heard of that campsite was through you, but it's received quite high praise from what I've seen.
Yes, it's just great because it doesn't try to be anything too flash. However, the facilities it's got in terms of, which I think a lot of people find important, that their sort of toilet shower facilities are brilliant. I'd say they're second to none in Norfolk. And and just the location, you've got views out over the North Sea, and you can walk down to East Runton in 15 minutes and into Cromer in 20 minutes. So it's the best of both worlds, really. It's perfect. And yeah, just really spacious site, lots of grass, little play areas for the kids. But it's just perfect, really.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that sounds absolutely wonderful. I think you're really right. I mean, for me personally, so we are, what's the word? We're not really campers, I'd say. We could camp, but we do prefer the arrangement where someone else puts the tent up.
This is what we thought would be a real sort of selling point, because I think that is the part of camping that most people really don't enjoy, is the sort of getting there, particularly if the weather's not great, and then having to battle with a tent.
Definitely,
can't quite remember how to put it up. And then taking it down again if it's raining, it's just not fun. I think in the past, when we've camped with our own tent, we've just at the end sort of thought, just chuck it in the car. Don't fold it up, just chuck it in the car, and we'll deal with it when we get home. So they're the bits of the top and tail of the holiday, which sometimes can be the bits that aren't the best. So we've got it down to a fine art now of putting the tent up and taking it down. So it's no worries.
Yeah, I completely agree. We've been before to places and we've watched families rock up with their tent and try and battle them up in a gale force wind as their children kind of dance gleefully around them in a really unhelpful way.
I think that's one of the upsides. When you put your tent up, you can sit there smugly and watch other people drop their tent up. That is part of the entertainment of camping.
But having said that, I am a massive fan of camping. I think it's a really good, I've mentioned sort of in previous episodes of the podcast, I think it's a really excellent value family holiday. I think it's great for families, and also if you haven't got kids as well, it's a really good way to see places and experience places in a sort of slightly less restricted setting. So I am a big fan, and I think, but yeah, for me, we like to glamp or sort of semi-camp. So we've done it around a few places, but I think the facilities are really important. You do want good showers and a good kind of wash block.
Yeah, very important, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything else, it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be a really fancy site with lots of other extra stuff, but I think those things are really key, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. And you provide... Yeah, and you provide a lot of the equipment anyway, but you have these fab add-ons as well, don't you? That you can get till you're camping.
Yeah, that's right. So we provide all the beds. So again, I think quite a few people have asked how many beds we provide. Basically, it's as many as you need. So if you want to cram 8 of you in a tent, which I wouldn't probably advise because it would be quite cosy. We provide 8 beds because the tent's up. And rugs and bunting and internal and external lights are all part of the package, and some storage boxes. we try and make it as homely as possible as well, which is sort of important. But extras, we provide things like a cool box or a windbreak. We don't provide bedding. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
We put sheets on the beds, but we ask that people bring their own sort of duvets and pillows or sleeping bags. So, and also just other things if they want to make sort of the tent as comfy as possible. So it's very much sort of a bit of a blank canvas in a sense with the basics there, but people can sort of bring other stuff to which they'll obviously then have room for because they won't have a massive tent in the car.
Yes, of course. Yeah. But you can also provide them with table and sort of camping chairs and a stove, can't you, as well? So
absolutely. So they're on the list as well, and like one of those little gas stoves with you get a little suitcase with a gas canister. So all of those sort of things that people might want to have as well. We can accommodate basically.
Yeah, it really is hassle free, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah. The aim is that I think sort of some people have asked us, well, what do we have to fold the beds up at the end? It's like, well, no, honestly, just walk. I think it's quite an unnatural sense of sort of
walk out.
Just do nothing to it, but that's almost what we want people to feel, that they just can literally just walk away. As long as they zip it up, they can go, and we will then turn up unseen and just like little workarounds to take it down.
Wow, like little tent fairies. I love it. So
absolutely. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you were busy throughout the summer. Do you offer the tents year round, or do you sort of not do it in the winter, or how does it all work sort of year round?
Well, so because it's sort of fairly new and it's sort of launched properly this year as a sort of full-time thing, obviously that's sort of been summer's been the focus, but the idea will be to have tents available throughout the year. I know as it gets colder, people tend to sort of drop off a bit and not be quite so interested. However, they can be used in all sorts of ways. We've had people use them as day tents, so just to have a space in the garden when they had a sort of party. So we've done a few weddings. I've got one coming in September. That'll be good as well. So there's other uses. I actually pitched some bell tents at my son's school as well. They did a year 6 sort of leavers sleep out, which they really enjoyed. So
that's handy.
Try and sort of spread out to other organisations and schools and youth groups, whatever. Whoever thinks they can get the use out of it.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I bet your son was delighted, wasn't he? That was a very cool
He was quite chuffed. I think it was the same night as the England-Denmark game. Disco, pizza, football and bell tents, which is a great heady mix for 11-year-olds. not so much for the teachers, I don't think. But there you go.
But nice and memorable. A nice way to end year 6.
Absolutely.
How lovely. And do you still go camping? That's what I want to know. Or are you a bit sick of it personally? And now you do it professionally?
Well, funny you should say, because actually next week we're going camping in one of the bell tents, because that's something we lined up for my older son's birthday. So we're doing that, and then at the end of August we're also going camping with friends as well. So definitely still love it. Still enjoy that sort of the feel of being in the outdoors. I think I thought about this recently about actually how weird a concept camping is, and the idea of sort of leaving all the comforts of your home and sort of rocking up in a field and sleeping in sort of quite basic conditions. But I think it takes a certain type of person. What I'm trying to do with this is trying to persuade those people that are a bit on the fence, I suppose, or those friends that never come camping, that maybe now this is a bit of a doorway into being able to do that.
Yes,
definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, we've mentioned before, we're coming camping in one of your tents this August, and we're going with friends, and they've never camped before.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Okay, that'd be great. This is a good test.
Exactly. Yeah, they're camping newbies, so it's going to be a whole new experience. And I think it's like you say, I think it's a really good entry into the world of camping, because I think if you did have to put up your own tent and then it was perhaps terrible weather to boot and all sorts of things like that, then you might be put off for life. But this is hopefully going to be a pleasant experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, you don't have to then go out and buy all the stuff, have to buy a tent and borrow a tent off somebody that you're not sure what it's like. It gives you that, idea of what it is like, and actually, with that hassle-free element to it as well, is a winner.
You mentioned Manor Farm. Have you got much experience of other campsites across Norfolk?
Yeah, so we've stayed over the years with the kids. We've stayed in quite a few, and I've been pitching this year in quite a few as well. So places like Kenning Heath, which is sort of I guess just up the road in Ascension from Manor Farm. and Breck Farm, which is next door to Kenning Heath near Weybourne. Two quite different sites, really, really good.
Yeah.
I've also got a tent this week at Stiff Key, overlooking the salt marshes.
Yeah, lovely.
Fantastic. And we've camped there before. It's a bit more sort of basic, but the views are amazing.
Views are amazing there, aren't they? Yeah, absolutely.
And even we've got people later in August camping at Sells in Hunstanton, which is like a proper holiday park, I guess. And it's like a different experience. But as I say, we've camped there with the kids in the past as well, which, you know, it's all different experiences. I suppose is what you're after at the time. But there's some great places in Norfolk.
I didn't know you could camp at that holiday park there.
Sells.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some sort of fixed pitches, but then there's a sort of field right at the end. Whether that's open just, I don't know, in the summer, I'm not sure, but it's been a couple of years since it's been there. But it's a great location right on the front as well.
Oh, we'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, definitely.
Fabulous. Yeah, we've camped at the Stiffkey site before, and actually Andrew's sister was there. Was it 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Camping. They love a bit of camping fun, and where else have we camped? We've camped at the one near Beeston Regis on the other side of Cromer. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, just before. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Do you know the one that's on near Beeston, Matt? On the other side of Cromer. They've got a big. It's got caravans as well, but you can also have tents there. That's a nice nice part. It's got good facilities and that sort of. I mean, I think the thing is
that one is, but I know where you mean, but I can't think what it's called. That one.
I think wonderfully in Norfolk there are so many fantastic. I mean, the coastal campsites are amazing because of the views and the location and proximity to the coast. But even inland, you know, we've camped right on the South Norfolk border before, and it's just there's just, you know, we're spoilt for choice, really.
Absolutely. There was another site that was new to me this year, but I sort of pitched there. It was Wardley Hill campsite, which is down near Loddon, and that's a lovely little site with pitches that are cut into the long grass and just in the nowhere almost, which is nice. So yeah, it's a very different experience. And places down near Thetford, on the way to Thetford, there's the Dow House Park as well, which is in the sort of forest, I guess, which is lovely too. So
how lovely!
Lots of options.
Wow, we'll have to look those up. I know, absolutely. You don't need to go anywhere else, really, do you? It's just.
No, we are definitely spoiled out this way. I think we're lucky to have all the things we've got around Norfolk.
And I see a few of the campsites have done that cutting into the long grass, haven't they? Letting the grass grow around and then cutting really nice shapes actually into the grass. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's also quite nice because you sort of know exactly where your sort of area is then. I think sometimes one of the things that I think puts people off camping is getting to a site and sort of feeling they're sort of, you know, people camping on top of them almost. And having that defined area, I think, is quite a comfort for some people as well.
It is quite I think so, yeah. We've only ever seen that at festivals. Where you like put a tent up and then you come back to your tent and there's somebody with their front door almost attached to yours. It's like, hello, spatial awareness.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people, honestly, a lot of campsites now do have really, really sort of well-defined large pitches, and one of the things I'd always recommend to people going camping is if they can get a perimeter pitch. It's always what we've always tried to do around the edge of the site, so backing onto a wood or onto hedges, that sort of thing. Is always, I think, just gives you that sense that there's not going to be anyone sort of pitching right behind you, but gives you, I guess, a bit more of a sense of space, I suppose.
That's good advice,
so inside camping tips. I like it, Matt. Yeah. We'll remember that, definitely.
Not always possible, but it's good to ask.
Fabulous. And have you got any other, while we're on the sort of subject of camping tips, have you got any other kind of number one top tent / camping tips that we could share with our listeners?
Well, I guess what's important is one of the things I found quite tricky about doing the tent rental is getting the beds right. And it's not going to please everybody because I think everybody has different sort of ideas about what is a comfy bed, but we've gone for camp beds. And I think because raised off the ground, air beds we felt have been a bit temperamental maybe. They, you know, you wake up in the morning, they've gone right down or whatever.
We've
gone for camp beds. But I think if you're somebody that likes the creature comforts at home, I guess it's thinking about bringing something or some sort of bird mattress or something like that might help you sleep. I think sleeping bit's crucial. The other thing is an eye mask if you're into wearing an eye mask because it's very, very bright in a tent even at sort of 5 in the morning. And that's one of the things that I think a lot of people find a bit tricky when they're camping is sort of that early morning start when you can't sort of avoid the morning light, but definitely eye mask, and I'd say sort of think about your bed. We provide obviously camp beds, but if you want something extra comfy, bring an extra duvet from home or something like that, so you get an extra bit of cushioning. That'd be a top tip. And also, if you've got kids, just bring loads of snacks.
That's just a general rule anywhere, isn't it? No, they are good tips.
Especially when you put in the tent. Well, not that people have to do that with us, but if you're sorting the tent out and that sort of thing, keep them occupied. We've always done that good.
Fed is definitely best. Yeah, no, I think they're brilliant tips. You're absolutely right, because especially if you're camping for a long time, a week or more, it can end up a little bit of a test of endurance, because you do tend to wake up naturally very early, and especially if you have children, they'll wake you up really early, and you tend to go to bed very late, and in between you're normally doing outdoor stuff in the fresh air and lots of activities and everything, and you can end up absolutely shattered by the end of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you get home, you feel you've sort of had a good experience, holiday experience, but you feel you need another holiday almost to recharge.
It's very different. Yeah.
It's great.
That's what I like about it, actually. It's that it sort of refreshes and revitalises you, but it's not it's not necessarily a spa break. But I quite like that. That's what appeals to me.
What I've been trying to do as well is, I haven't managed it yet, is to come up with a word that sort of sits somewhere between camping and glamping. I can't think of one, but that's sort of where we're trying to sort of pitch, for a better word, just because it's not, a four-poster bed and, proper bed when you're in the tent, which I know some glamping sort of sites offer. But obviously it's reflected in our sort of really, I think, for affordable prices, the fact that you get some decent beds, decent sort of facilities, and a really decent setup. It's just making sure that people sort of get the best of their money, really, and get that balance right, which is what we're trying to do.
Definitely. And your beds are camp beds, but they're still off the ground, and if you had to bring all that with you, that's a lot of stuff. You'd need a trailer, basically, wouldn't you? So
absolutely.
It's a lot of stuff to cart about. You're sort of like kind of demi-glamping.
It is that. And I've used the word glamping when I've been on Instagram, that type of thing, because I think a lot of people use it when they're contacting us for sort of inquiries. So I don't want to go against using it, because that would people wouldn't sort of even think about it, or think about us rather. So, but it is that sort of, I like to call it affordable glamping, which then opens up to as many people as possible, really.
Definitely. And there is a big spectrum with glamping as well, because you've got one end of the spectrum, they're almost semi-permanent structures with like proper full-on beds, and then you've got like the sort of the actual tents which are temporary and go up and down and that kind of thing at the other end of the spectrum. So, but in my opinion, as we said, if we're not putting the tent up, that is
glamping.
And proper beds with duvets I know we're bringing them, but still you can put them somewhere you're not sleeping on the ground, then that's fine by me. So when you aren't putting up and taking down tents or camping yourself, what else do you like to do in our fine county of Norfolk?
Well, I've always been an outdoors family, hence the sort of, I guess, the idea behind all of this. But heading to the coast is really our sort of passion. In fact, just yesterday I took the boys out to Holcombe, which we absolutely love.
I saw your Instagram,
did one of their bike trails, and then bike down to Wells and sort of hang out on the beach for a bit, and just enjoy just the lovely countryside and lovely sort of feel of the North Norfolk coast, and not just there, but also some days we head for a good old sort of holiday day out in Yarmouth, which is always good fun as well, on the arcades, and maybe go to the pleasure beach. And then, Stepford Forest, we've been there quite a few times, down to High Lodge. And just going for walks, really. We just like sort of heading out with the dog and exploring new places in Norfolk, and then sort of trying to get the best out of the countryside, because it's just so glorious and beautiful.
Definitely, absolutely. So what would be a couple of places, if I were coming to staycation in Norfolk from outside Norfolk this summer, what would be a couple of places you'd recommend to me?
Well, I'm always going to say Cromer, just because it's our favourite place on the Norfolk coast. I think it's got the balance of sort of quintessential seaside British sort of town without maybe too much hustle on the side. I know it does get busy, but it's not quite on the scale of Yarmouth.
Yeah.
But it's also got the pier. It just feels so sort of lovely. It's got some great chip shops, some decent pubs, which are obviously also important.
Yeah.
Just lots of space. And we like the beach there. It's not, maybe golden sands all the time, but when the tide's out, there's plenty of sort of sand to play on and, take the paddleboard out and that type of thing. So Cromer will always be the first place I'd mention in Norfolk, just because it holds a lot close to our hearts as a family as well. So that'd be definitely number one.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'd say probably somewhere like Holcombe Beach, which I think is just worth a visit. Just the sheer sort of experience of walking along through the pine woods and then out onto the huge sort of flats before you have to sort of walk almost 3 miles out to the sea, which is great. But it's such a lovely space, and just you can get away from it all there. There's not loads of people around if you walk further, sort of far enough away. So just that sort of wild element, which is obviously very different to Cromer. So they're two of the places I'd say, but I guess there's quite a few places on that Norfolk coast particularly that I'd recommend. But also, of course, Norwich, which is such a fantastic city.
Yeah. No, I think I absolutely agree with you. Yeah, we love a day out in Cromer. We love Holcombe as well. But I think you're absolutely right there, Matt. Thank you.
Yeah.
Before we go, would you be able to let our listeners know how they can find out a bit more about you? What's your website address, and how can they sort of book a tent now or in the future?
Yeah, so the website is www.thelittlebeachbellcompany.co.uk. We're also on Instagram and Facebook, so The Little Beach Bell Company. And basically it would just be a case of checking out the website, looking on Instagram, seeing what we offer. And then we do all our business sort of through email, really. So there's no sort of booking online because things can be sort of quite bespoke in terms of what people are after. So if you there's an email form on the website which you can contact us through as well. So it's a case of getting in there as soon as you can to ask for dates if you're interested. We're even opening up, and actually I'm saying sort of now on this podcast, we're opening up booking for next year. Coming this year's prices, because there will be a slight price teenager, but if people are interested in booking a tent next year, I think the good thing about Britain is no point in sort of waiting to see what the weather's like, because you just don't know.
Exactly, it could change it.
Might as well get in there. If you've got a birthday or a special occasion that you want to book a tent for, if you get in there quickly now and contact us through email, that'd be fantastic. And there's a link on the website.
Fabulous, excellent. Thank you very much. Well, we are really looking forward to coming and trying out the Little Beach Bell experience.
We are, yes. Looking forward to it very much.
And we hope you have a really amazing Norfolk summer, Matt. Thank you so much for your time today.
Oh, thank you for having me there. It's been such a sort of pleasure talking about the business, but also just about Norfolk in general as well. It's been great. Thank you.
Fabulous. Lovely. And we shall speak with you again soon.
Cheers, Matt.
Lovely.
Bye.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Bye. Fabulous. I'm so excited after talking to Matt. I can't wait to go and experience the Little Beach Bell Company.
I know. It's looking, it all sounds fabulous, doesn't it?
Yeah, the campsite as well, which is completely new to us. I'd never heard of it. Well, I don't know about yourself, but I'd never heard of it till we started, till we heard about Matt's company. But it's supposed to be really good, really celebrating. What he said about it really helped reiterate that. So really exciting. Can't wait to go. We'll have to let you know how we get on when we come back.
Yeah, and we can just park up and we can walk.
Yeah.
More places, which is really, I like that on holiday.
Absolutely.
We can just park and walk
Leave
places.
The car.
And,
It's much less stressful, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Nice.
So,
fantastic.
Fingers crossed that
the weather's
good.
Don't even speak it, Andrew. Before we go, we would like to extend our thanks to all our fabulous guests this season.
Yes.
It's been so interesting discovering a bit more about your Norfolk businesses and also about your favourite places to visit in Norfolk, which we love hearing about. And
they make for a fabulous podcast, don't they?
They absolutely do. We like to think. Not that we're biased.
You can let us know on the comments.
We also thank you, listeners, for sticking with us on our Enjoying Norfolk podcast journey.
Yes, thank you very much.
Do leave a review wherever you download this from. It would be amazing to hear your feedback and also ideas for subjects and guests that you might like to hear featured in future
Very
episodes.
good. Yeah.
That really concludes season 2 of our Norfolk and Good podcast. Yeah,
I was just getting to my stride.
10 episodes in. I think 10 episodes and I think at least one bonus as well. So we have, hopefully we've given you lots of inspiration for summer in Norfolk. We are now going off to enjoy Norfolk for the summer.
We are, yes. Looking forward to it.
So we're going to have a little rest from the pod for a while, but we will be back in the autumn.
Yeah.
With season 3, a brand new season of Norfolky chat and people. And
already it looks like there's loads going to be happening.
There is, yeah,
Doesn't
absolutely. Yeah, that you reminded me, actually. I mean, I've got a pile of flyers here on my desk. And so, obviously, we've sort of talked about things that are happening over the summer. So we've got Dippy in Norwich and the Go-Go Discover Trail. And then we've got... But then later on in the summer... Starting, so in early September, we've got the Heritage Open Days.
Oh, love those.
Love them, yeah. So if you love learning about local places and spaces and history, then the Heritage Open Days, or HODs, to those in the know, are absolutely fabulous. So have a look at their website, norfolkheritageopendays.co.uk. Booking for some events, because some of these events do require booking, opens on the 9th of August.
Ooh,
so not too far away. But the actual Heritage Open Days itself is the 10th to the 19th of September 2021.
Do you know what I like about that?
What?
Is you get to go in places that aren't normally open.
This is
I'm a little bit nosy. A little bit nosy about it, and you get behind the doors, don't you, of some places.
I prefer to call it curious. But
I'm
we
nosy,
do.
you're
We
curious.
visited some amazing places. Obviously, I don't think the HODs was on last year because of COVID. We shall not speak its name. But the year before, we went to that the Octagon Chapel, didn't we?
Yeah,
and
all over the place,
we learned all about the organ and the organ manufacturing factory that was just near Chapel
They
Field
don't mention
Gardens
too
in
much,
Norwich.
otherwise we won't have anything to say in season 3.
You went on an old web. All right, okay. I won't spoil it all. But anyway, have a look at the Heritage Open Days website, Norfolk Heritage Open Days. It's fabulous. Some great days out. Most of them free, but some do require booking. So have a look at that. And then in October, when we will probably be back on air with our new season, but just so you can kind of get this date in your diary, it's the Norwich Science Festival, 23rd to the 30th of October. And our background is science, so a long time ago,
we love it.
before we started enjoying Norfolk. We absolutely love the Norwich Science Festival. Both the HODs and the Norwich Science Festival are coordinated by the Forum, we should say, and the headline sponsor this year of the Norwich Science Festival is Pensthorpe Natural Park. Fabulous day out. Okay. But the flyers suggest that there are intriguing discoveries, inspiring talks, science after hours, cutting edge research, and family fun. So, so perhaps Google that. The full programme will be available at norwichsciencefestival.co.uk from September. On that note, we wish you all a fantastic summer. Even though we won't be dropping any new episodes of this podcast for the rest of the summer, you can still find us Enjoying Norfolk online at www.enjoyingnorfolk.co.uk and also on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, where we are very active, sharing all that we've been up to all the time. Lots of Norfolk inspiration, indeed. Yeah. You can get hold of some Norfolk wear from our clothing shop. Get yourself an Enjoying Norfolk card for discounts all year round.
Yep. You may spot me out and about in my Norfolk hoodie.
Yes, fabulous. So there's no excuse to not continue enjoying Norfolk in our absence.
No, what's stopping you? Get out there now. Go. Enjoy Norfolk.
But we seriously, we hope you have a fantastic summer, and we look forward to speaking with you again soon.
Yes, brilliant. Bye-bye.
Bye.